Why, hello there people, what's going on? My name is Big Mooney and this here is episode number 8 of the Battlefield Top Plays, and we're going to be starting with a clip today on Dawnbreaker, Battlefield 4, M98B on the PlayStation 4, and I have no idea how to say the guy's name. I was kind of stalling just there. But he's going to have some deadly accuracy with this M98B playing on the PlayStation 4, which is a totally different ball game to playing on the PC with a sniper rifle. Using those thumbs ain't quite as accurate as when you know, get your whole arm to control it on the PC. I wouldn't say one's more difficult than the other, they're just completely different kind of ways of playing with a sniper rifle in Battlefield. So it's always nice when you do see someone doing some work playing on the console using the sniper rifle and able to just pop people's heads while just running around the map and just mopping everything up. He does walk around the corner just here and just narrowly misses out getting a collateral on these two guys just chilling back there. Second guy goes down. Threw a couple of little bullets there from the 44 Magnum, needed a bit more persuasion. That guy there doesn't need too much persuasion, taking a bullet through the back of the skull, he takes him out first time. Now because this is TDM of course, the enemy team have switched spawn to the opposite side of the map, so they've started to make their way back down the road once again. And he's kinda out in the open at the moment here, but what I do like about this part of the clip is a lot of people do see him, but he prioritizes whoever's the biggest threat at any one time and just pops their head accordingly. That's just the way he does business. That guy's accuracy is pretty shocking. There was a lot of bullets being fired his way, but absolutely none of them came close to even hitting him. And this part here is just kinda like whack-a-mole. One at a time they're just popping up above containers to the side of containers, running past round corners and stuff. But one at a time, he's just knocking them down with the M98B sniper rifle. Slight overkill at this range, using the rifle this fucking ridiculous. But he gets himself a very nice tidy kill streak and just wipes out most of the enemy team. And he just goes for a nice long range one there, just to finish off the clip.
Chi ha visto la Madonna? Lui!
L'obiettivo Charlie è perso.
Ci stanno a prendere Charlie!
I think he was happy. Our next clip today here comes from Dexter playing some Grand Bazaar Rush on Battlefield 3 using the F2000 assault rifle. And he's at this one part of the map where everything just turns into a huge clusterfuck. This is of course the first set of MCOM stations on Grand Bazaar Rush, and it is a mess to say the least. Actually, I want to throw out a question to you guys. Do you guys like these sort of clusterfucky big choke point sort of maps when it comes to Rush, or do you prefer it to be a bit more fanned out and have a bit more space to run around? I don't know, leave your comments down below. It just seems that you either hate them or love them, I don't know. But after wiping out an entire squad, he's just went in there and armed the MCOM station pretty much all on his own. So he's just going to pile up on this corner here and try and pick off a couple of enemy players before they try and get around this corner right out of their spawn. Unfortunately, he does eat an A91 bullet to the face. But this being the top plays, of course, he's gonna get revived and get right back into the action. And at this point, well, this MCOM station is armed. The enemy team don't even really try to make a whole push to try and take the MCOM station back. Instead, what they're doing is just all pile into the B MCOM room, sit in there and try and see if you can deal with the onslaught of attackers on the MCOM station. And sometimes that's where games are won and lost, just in that one little room. It's always really frustrating when you're trying to break into that room and there's just people all around in every corner of it, pretty much making it an impregnable fortress. Impregnable, I don't know how to English. He's just taking up position inside this little room on the left hand side of the road. He's able to pick off a couple of people that are trying to move up down the street, but he does see his opportunity to just go charging across, get some ammo down for himself, or health rather, and he's able to just charge in while the enemy team are a bit distracted, take out the two people that are going to be defending the MCOM station, and he gets the second MCOM station of this one base armed all on his own. That in itself was really impressive, because this base itself, whole teams have been unable to get through this base, and he manages to break through on his own twice and arm both MCOM stations, both of which can be an absolute bastard to get armed. But he was just patient, picked his moment, went in and killed anyone that was a threat, got both of them armed, and now he's just seeing out this second MCOM station, which does eventually explode, of course, enabling his team to move up, claim this base, push on and try and win the game. So a pretty awesome little objective play clip. Sir, he's just going to go chomping down the stairs here and trying to clean up the last remaining enemy players in the area, which he does, of course. But we're going to be moving on, just like him. Okay, so this clip here is probably one of the luckiest things I've ever seen. Just watch, just watch.
Just taken objective Bravo.
Yep, that just happened right there, what you just witnessed. Guy's just chilling, looking off into the horizon, and then spins around and just headshots someone at 195 meters away with a no-scope. Just like that. I'll bet he claimed he knew he was there and it was all skill. Of course. But what a ridiculous thing to happen. Today's clip today here is another sniper clip coming this time from Gamer Dominic playing on some Dawnbreaker. Now I know there are a lot of sniper clips in the batch of clips that I went through today. It's just this the way it sort of panned out. So he's going to be playing some Rush again. I don't know why, there's a lot of Rush clips today as well, which I don't normally go through, so it's a bit of a weird coincidence in today's clips. But they're just sort of stuck on this corner. He's already killed a couple of people with the M98B and does get taken out, but of course once again he's going to get revived. And it kind of enraged him being killed, so he decides to take it upon himself to murder absolutely everyone in this room, which he does. And then he moves on and starts to murder people beyond the room, like this guy who was just chilling watching the door. It was just how quickly he just massacred everyone with this rifle, and just with such style as well. This little clip. Alright, so this next clip here plays Battlefield 4. He's on Operation Lorca with a Spaz 12, and it's probably the best clip this week. In my opinion, it's probably my favorite clip, at least anyway. It comes from a guy called Hades, and he's very suitably named. It just makes sense. This guy sends fucking everyone to the underworld in the duration of this clip here. And he does it quickly. He doesn't mess around. He's already killed like 4 or 5, 6 people or something, and there was a 1 or 2 before the clip even started. There was just a big gap there, so there's no point in just showing large gaps of gameplay, so we've skipped ahead, and he's just on the rampage at the moment. And a lot of people roll their eyes at the use of a pump action shotgun, or just any shotgun in general when it comes to top place clips that I've shown throughout the years on this channel. But what I personally find is that these things aren't overpowered. They're a very high risk, high reward type of weapon. If you're just gonna get in people's faces constantly like he's doing here, you have to be accurate. Very deadly accurate. And this guy is throughout the entire clip. There's 1 or 2 little chances here or there where he just about misses a shot, but he then recovers very quickly and takes his target out and just keeps on going. It's just the quickness and ferocity of this entire clip that just show how good a player this guy is, and I really do enjoy watching this sort of thing where someone's just charging around on a rampage, murdering everyone one at a time, very, very quickly. Half of these guys don't even know that he's there before he kills them. He's there that quick, kills them, moves on, just kills the next guy and moves on once again. They're just going to skip forward once again here, just a little lull in the gameplay, and he's just going to move on, kill his next target. I'm getting a little bit of range out of this Spaz 12. There's a couple of kills throughout this streak where he does get a fair amount of range out of this thing. It's none of your Call of Duty shit when it comes to shotguns in Battlefield 4. You can blast fools from about 40 feet away. Never understood what it's all about with those games where your shotguns shoot about 3 feet. See, he just does not stick to any one area for more than a few seconds at a time. Whenever he needs to reload or whatever, he'll have a bit of downtime, but when he's ready to go, he's fucking out of there, and he's just gonna charge around and just send people's heads flying. Eventually, someone puts him down, but a very nice streak. Let's move on. Our next clip this week here comes from NCIS06, and he's playing on some Operation Metro using an M98B. It's what, the 3rd one today? Like I said, we're getting a lot of similar clips, but This one so far has already killed 2 people with the M67 grenade, and he's just going to whip out the Rex here to finish off these 2 guys before he goes charging backwards looking for spawn beacons and other enemy players that just don't know what's going on. I don't understand how that guy didn't even realize he was there. He literally had an M90AB jammed into his shoulder, and he still didn't know he was even there. And once again, this guy takes a couple of shots before he even realizes, then he just does a huge 10-foot face slide once he eventually does take him down using the knife. Now he's going on the most cliched flanking maneuver of all time of any FPS ever, but it is one of those cliche ones because of just how fucking effective it is. If you just go charging up that corridor, there's just no chance of the enemy team if they're not prepared for you, and he just throws himself right into the thick of it and just starts murdering people. I don't know how he got out of that. I have no idea. How is anything happening right here? He gets unlucky in that last kill there at the end. He probably could have got that guy as well, but a pretty ridiculous streak. Our next clip today here comes from Shady NZ playing on some Silk Road team deathmatch with an AEK-971 assault rifle. And he's going to use this little flank on the left hand side to position himself just over these sandbags so he can take out a couple of enemy players that have no idea that he's even there, and he's just going to go pushing up, taking people down one at a time as they come charging at him. If you can just surprise people quick enough and just let rip all those bullets in the very high fire rate AEK, you're able to just wipe people out before they even squeeze a bullet off in your direction. And that's just the one thing that this guy does really, really well, is that he just looks like a fucking hamster on crack cocaine with energy drinks and coffee mixed all in there. This guy goes apeshit. Also, is it weird that anytime I think of hyperactivity, just my mind just goes to a fucking hamster or something? I don't really know. But he's starting to run a little low on ammo at this point, taking this guy down. He spots his kit lying on the floor, and he's just going to go over, pick that up, but he ends up with an RPK, which is not the best gun in Battlefield 4. I used to be a fan of this weapon back in the day, but in Battlefield 4, it's not that great. And eventually does get killed by a very nice clip. Next up today here, we have Rustling Jimmers, an old fan favourite of the top plays, playing on Operation Metro using the AN-94 assault rifle, and as we've seen in the past, this guy knows how to use this thing very, very effectively. So that's what you can expect throughout this clip. You know, it's to the point now where I don't even feel like I have to commentate everything this guy does, because you guys know what he's capable of. So I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy him massacring people. Next up today here we have Raketenwerfer. Sounds German, but the writing's in Japanese, so You go figure. But he's playing on some Operation Locker. He's using the L96A1 sniper rifle as well as some C4 and the G18 pistol, and he's going to be using this thing all throughout the clip. In fact, he kills pretty much half the people in this clip with this pistol, which I don't think is a very good pistol, but if you're in the right scenario with the right attachments, which he pretty much is throughout this entire thing, you can do some damage with this thing. But I just prefer my MP443. That thing that's my gun, that's my go-to. But he turns back around, going down this one side of the map to turn some more people into corpses. And well, this one guy does spot him and then decides to run around the corner and go chucking flashbangs and stuff, and it just blows back in his face, and some G18 bullets, they also blow into his face as well. This is a bit of a messy situation. He jumps up, loses the guy, is a bit of a mess, eventually kills him with the G18, and well, this clip here, okay, throughout the clip already, he's killed quite a few people using his G18 pistol, but now is when he starts to accelerate a little. He's already killed 3 people, make that 4, one of those of course being a collateral, and he's just gonna go and try and rack up a bigger kill total. And there's just this one little event in this here which pretty much secured this place in the top place this week. So he goes moving outside, and as you can see on the map, there is a fair amount of enemies on the outside of the map at the moment. And right away, as soon as he runs up here, he spots this C4. I'm sure you guys can see where this is going. Detonating that C4, he, in the mess of that explosion and gunfire, he gets himself 7 people. Possibly 8 people. It's a bit blurry. But all in all, he's very effective throughout the clip, does some damage to the enemy team. And I hope you guys did enjoy that. If you did, of course, then hit the like button down below, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
Oh, that's it! That's it!